questions. I've given you 5 minutes on the agenda. Hopefully you can stay with us today and we'll have questions for you.
Okay, what I thought I would do, what was heartfelt for me was to do a brief relax through the body to quiet the mind and open the heart to mindfully listen. So I would like to, so let's take a moment to pause to arrive in this moment together. And I'll invite you to find your comfortable sitting position and gently close your eyes, or if you wish to leave them open, downcast them with a softened gaze towards the ground. Take a moment to feel your sit bones against your seat supporting you. Feel your feet connect with the ground, supporting you. Take a few full breaths, sensing the rising and relaxing back of your lower abdomen, your belly. Inhale, belly rising. Exhale, belly relaxing back. Inhale, belly rising. Exhale, belly relaxing back. Following the inflow and the outflow. Inflow and outflow. And as you follow my voice, we'll begin a body scan with the intention to soften and relax the body. Bring your attention to the top of your head. Gently begin to scan down, relaxing and releasing your forehead. Soften your eyebrows and eyes. Soften your cheeks. Relax and release your jaw. Relax your tongue. Softening down through your neck and shoulders. Softening and relaxing those shoulders. Softening into your triceps. Relax your biceps. Softening down, down, down into your forearms. Relax your wrists. Soften your palm. Relax and release your finger all the way to your fingertips. Bringing your attention back to the top of your head. Soften and relax your whole face even more now. Soften and soften more. Coming down, 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 soften and relax your whole chest. Soften and relax your whole chest. Relax and release your whole abdomen. Softening your belly. Softening down through your hips. Down, down, down through your thigh. Relaxing down into your calf. Relaxing your ankles. Softening your feet all the way to the tips of your toes. Coming back to the top of your head. Relax and soften down the back of your head. Down through the nape of your neck. Relaxing and softening into the back of your shoulders. Soften and release your whole back. Soften and soften more. Softening down through your buttock. Softening down through the back of your legs. Down through your hamstrings. All the way to the soles of your feet. Softening to the tips of your toes. And as you inhale and exhale, feel your whole chest. Breathing in and out, feel your whole chest. Whole chest following the inflow and the outflow. I'll invite you to place a hand on your chest if that feels comfortable to you. Feel your whole chest and caring for a loved one or pet as you inhale and exhale. Whole chest and caring as you breathe in and out, following the inflow and outflow. Feel your whole chest and being cared for by another as you inhale and exhale. Whole chest and being cared for as you breathe in and out. Whole chest being cared for, following the inflow and outflow. Take a moment now to mindfully listen at your heart center, the center of your chest. Listen and see what naturally arises from your heart. To what is my heartfelt intention for 2021? Listen and see what naturally arises for you. What is my heartfelt intention for 2021? What naturally arises for you? Grateful for this heartfelt intention, I'll invite you to gently open your eyes, intending to stay aware and connected, mindful of your body as you continue to listen.
Thank you, Pat. I really appreciate that. That's wonderful. And I hope most of you had that opportunity to put your hand on your heart and open your mind for today's workshop. So thank you for that. So Lisa sent a message to everyone saying thank you for that, felt wonderful. So she felt it was wonderful. Thanks, Lisa, for that feedback. Okay, so for today's agenda, welcome. I just wanted to do some quick introductions with everybody on the call. We've done our meditation, the workshop. I will walk you through, so we're not going to actually have a lot of to give you a framework to start thinking and what it should look like and give you some ideas and share that with some others. Again, keep in mind, 2021, we will do these in person here at Riverside Retreat, and we'll end today with sharing with you some of our upcoming events. And I want to say that today is being sponsored by Riverside Retreat, where Avanti Women hosts most of our events. And this is what it looks like actually a few days ago, because now everything is melting because it's raining today. So, it's good to know that we're in nature and we can use that to help empower our minds and our spirits. And so I am your host today, Dina Barraza. I'm the founder of Avanti Women. I have been leading this organization for 12 years. It is my purpose to help people develop, and I do that in 4 meaningful ways. I share this with you because as I speak to my examples today around my vision boarding, it's not just about me personally, but it's also about me personally and professionally. So it really helps when you can have the picture of who not only your founder is, but also who I am as a human being. So I own and operate 4 different companies, and it brings me much pride and delight to lead them, as they all come from a premise of healing and development. So I'd like to know, Pat, you're still with us, which is great. I would like to know who else is on the call today. And we'll start with Lisa. If we could just quickly say hello and a little bit of an intention, and then I'll call out your name.
Beautiful. Hi, Dina. So sorry, you wanted me just to introduce myself quickly and my intention?
Please.
Lovely. Well,
Yes.
thank you, everybody. I'm really just thrilled to be here. So my name's Lisa Burchardt. I'm a former corporate change agent and HR director, had a massive burnout, soul-destroying burnout 5 years ago. And I've really spent the last 5 years journeying into wellness, and I've really restored my sense of purpose. I've become a transformational coach and wellness facilitator, and I've been really honored and blessed to do some partnerships with the wonderful Dina. We work together at Deloitte. And my intention for today is to actually just turn some of the love and care and attention that I've been putting out everywhere towards myself, because that burnout gene, I tell you what, it's really grounded. And in busy times, I think even with all of our wonderful knowledge and everything that we bring, we can lose ourselves in the busyness of the season. So today, I'm just so thrilled to be with you and for this opportunity, Dina. I'm just really feeling very blessed that you created this space for us again. And I'm just here wholeheartedly ready to receive.
Excellent. Thank you. Eileen, can you tell us, tell us who you are a little bit?
Okay. I started off my career in commercial real estate, and after I had my second child, I escaped the corporate life. I became a yoga teacher. I mostly taught kids yoga for about 5 years, and then I added travel, and I've been selling travel for the next 5 years. And even ahead of the pandemic this year, I decided to get my real estate license back. And my intention is to help others through big changes like moving, and that comes from my experience of so much change throughout my life.
Great. Well, thank you for sharing, and welcome. Angela, I'll lean over to you. If you can unmute. No worries if you can't unmute. I know Tina, you don't have audio, but maybe you can use your chat. And I'm going to read what she said. She does not have a microphone on her machine. She goes, I'm Tina Rizzuto. I've known Dina for many years, and that she's very happy to be here. And she's a prolific volunteer and board member. She's a huge giver for sure. And if you're ever looking for a deal on a car, you go to Tina. Let me know, I'll connect you. She should be on our member marketplace. And so thank you, Tina. And she runs an auto dealership, so I'm very proud of her for that. And what I'm going to do, if I could have a Pat, because I don't think a lot of people know who you are, just maybe come back for a second and introduce yourself and what you're going to be doing, I think is exciting for us to know as well.
Thank you, Dina. I'm very happy to be here today. I started studying, came to meditation about 10 years ago, wanting to incorporate more wellness into my life, and am also studied under many different teachers over the last 10 years. And I'm currently completing my practicum as a mindfulness meditation teacher. And will be graduating January 31st. So I'm excited about that. And then all of the infinite possibilities that are ahead, personally and business-wise for 2021, and looking forward to hearing and receiving what's being offered today. So thank you.
Thank you, Pat. We're excited to have you. And I know I heard a dog crying, and those were not my dogs, because Mine are very loud woofs. So I think that was you, Angela. I'm going to unmute you if you could just give us a little intro to who you are. If that was you. Some congratulations came your way, Pat, as well. So there's some congratulations in the chat. Okay, so I'm going to move on, Angela. I don't know if you're able to unmute or not, but I'm going to keep going. And again, ladies, thank you. Keep our hearts open today and our mind. I think for today, what I'd really like to introduce is, what is visualization and some strategies we can use as we're thinking. It's so interesting. I've been in the leadership space for 30 years. And the one thing that when I'm doing training when it comes to leadership, and we talk about strategy, is everybody talks about planning and execution. We never talk about strategic thinking. And today is really the thinking in order for us to plan and to execute. So those are going to be those strategies that we're going to chat about today. We want to talk about why are we doing an empowering vision board? And there's a huge movement that's happening today that's really going to help empower us. We're going to talk about goals, SMART goals, if you are familiar with them or how to set them. I've got some templates and samples for you. And then again, the ideas for you to leave today with the opportunity to have all the tools that you're going to need to complete your own vision board. So how many of you have heard of Van Gogh? This guy, right? He has a very famous quote about magic is believing in yourself. If you can do that, you can make anything happen. I'd love to hear some of your thoughts on that. Use the chat, if you could, to give me some of your comments. It would be very helpful.
I have a comment.
Sure.
I think the key is being able to visualize clearly what we want. And that's, why I'm here. I have a tendency to be a bit too scattered, and need to narrow my focus and really visualize what I'm trying to do.
I hear you, Aileen, and maybe your word will be focus for 2021. You mean?
I haven't put the word yet, but that would be a good one.
Yeah, it might be, because that's the one I'm contemplating. So thank you for your feedback. And I'm going to talk a little bit about visualization, and it is a very powerful mind exercise, a technique that's used to create images and diagrams, but also alignment. So it's interesting how you may be thinking about mindfulness, but how you will practice that not only personally, but maybe in the business or the work or the routine that you have. So I have some other comments coming through. I'd like to just go back to them. First comment is, I love this. Magic is one of those fantastic words that can mean so many different things. Thank you, Tina. That is so true. And so I think it leaves us to the imagination. And Lisa, I like what you said here about whether you think you can or you think you can't, you'll be right. We need to dream big and focus on the possibilities. So very introspective. Thank you very much for sharing that. And visualization really starts with you and with you thinking that anything is possible. Okay, so I think it's an effective way for us to not only communicate, but also for us to measure. Because there's some of us who, like Eileen, you're very much like me. I'm highly creative. Don't tell me how to do things, but I use mind maps and vision boards. And then when I work with people who are about structure, I can drive them crazy because we may have the same goal, but how we arrive there is going to be very different. So this isn't about you comparing yourself to others. This is about finding a method that works for you. So we'll talk a little bit more about how we can empower ourselves today. And one of the reasons why I took Merriam-Webster's dictionary definition about empowerment is because this is about creating an empowering vision. And when you look at the state of empowerment, it's really about the power of being right or the authority to do something. I take this as giving yourself permission to actually act. So I think it's important that we start here, because when you look at empowerment, empowerment is a very strong word. And empowerment is really equated to trust. So if you can trust yourself, you're going to feel, okay, I got this. whatever gets on the board, I have a vision and I can imagine. A really fantastic trend, I always like to source my content, is trend watching. And there is a lovely blog that talks a lot about how the rate of trust right now is growing, that it's growing so rapidly. You're seeing a huge movement around how people are starting to become, as inspired and aspire to take action, such as the Black Lives Matters. Transparency, people are working from home, so we have to trust each other. There's a tolerance, and that is saying we're all human, we all need to be treated equal. And there's also that positive, where through this pandemic, so many people wanted to make an impact, give back to their community, making masks, being in charge of food drives. Tina, I know you ran a golf tournament this summer, and I think this is great. So what you're seeing in this article really headed home for me. It's called trendwatching.com. It really talked about the power of trust and how it's aligned to empowerment. And I think it's important that I share that with you, because I really want you to think about what's going to make your vision board empowering for you. So when you think about a vision board, what comes to mind? If you could use your chat or unmute, I welcome your comments. Again, to you, what is a vision board?
For me, it's
it's Angela. For me, a vision board is writing down your dream and your aspirations, and like for what you like to see yourself as or doing in the future, and the now, and planning for the future more.
Right, thank you.
And getting those passions and dreams or ideas possibly into action. For me at this stage in life and my experiences in life is like, I want to do everything now that I always had in my mind. And it's like, it's too jumbled. It's too many things that I've wanted to do. And so I'm happy for this session today, because I want to put things into plan and do something. It's all about caregiving for me and doing something, helping others, and therefore helping myself at the same time.
Great, thank you, excellent. And Eileen, thank you. A collage of images that represent your dreams, very much so. And Lisa, a place to bring all your hopes, dreams, and strengths into a visual form so I can see, feel, and become it. So absolutely true, thank you. A vision board is really just that. It is a tool to help you clarify, concentrate, we can manifest, right? Maintain a focus for a specific goal or dream. And it's really a display of words or images and quotes and so many things I want to share with you today that will help you get focused on creating that 2021 vision board. So, here are some samples of what actual vision boards could look like, whether they are cloud-based, mind mapping type forms, whether they are visuals, pictures from articles or newspapers, or even words. It will work. This is your vision board, and there is no actual test or best way to do it. The vision board has also been called a creative collage, a treasure map, a visual explorer. And the goal is to make sure it is something that you're feeling. One of the challenges you might face in creating your vision board is you might be overthinking it. And I've done this in the past where sometimes when I create the vision board and I have images that maybe are resonating to me, but it might be too much. Sometimes I kind of have a little section where I just hold it on for the following year. And there's nothing wrong with readjusting your vision board. I bet you many of you had to adjust your vision board in March 2020 when the pandemic hit and caused the first lockdown. There had been some changes probably not only in your business plans, but also in your vision board. So when you think about a vision board, it starts with a word of the year. Believe it or not, this is a thing. This started in Germany in 1971, where word of the year is something where this organization will promote. So for example, 2017, the word of the year was fake news. 2018 was single use. 2019 was climate strike, and 2020 was the lockdown. Who knew? So I think in so many ways you've heard about vision boarding, and now how do I apply this to me? So I think the word of the year will keep you focused, and it's a really great way to start a conversation with people. So I'll share with you in 2019, my word was self-care. That self-care has really changed my life, and it continues to be a part of my vision board and everything I do. In 2020, my goal was to be kind, and I practiced kindness in all my acts, and I found it very enlightening, very gratitudinal. And even though it was hard during COVID to be kind, I still found ways to be kind if it was during a Zoom meeting or sending a letter or a thank you. So in 2021, I'm still not 100% sure what my word will be, and I'm hoping that today's conversation will inspire me to get to a closer word. And like you, Eileen, I had focus on there, and I figured there's still that's not really resonating with me. So I am hoping that I'll get another word out by the end of the year. And if I don't by January 1st, it's okay, because I know by end of January, I'll have it done. You know, some of the benefits of having that word, again, helps you focus, narrows down to specifics. It also helps you sometimes when you're choosing through all your, you know, different magazines and looking at words, you know, that one word may help you decide what image goes along with, that needs to be set onto that actual board. So I think that will be a key aspect of action when it comes to putting your vision board together. A really fantastic article that I found on the Wellness Universe, where it just talks about the, you know, the top 7 elements you should consider about having a really aligned vision board, and to help you give clarity, you know, making sure that you use quotes that motivate you. You know, follow people who inspire you. What is it about them, their characteristics that that you're attracted to, that maybe you want to build? You know, physical things. What are you trying to work towards in your life? A gratitude journal. You know, doing something fun, something that's visually appealing to your eye, something that actually is relaxing, centers you, and again, gives you a goal to focus on. So I think all of us can agree, you know, they got it right. These are some really great elements we can agree. And I thought I would share it with you because they did a good job putting that together for us as we consider, you know, how we're going to map out our own vision board. Some things to consider: affirmation words. These are very, very powerful. You know, think about what things that you want to feel. Okay, so easy for you to actually go onto Google Images, and that might help you. Pinterest is another great tool to find some affirmation words. Again, I love Google Images. So I took some things that resonated for me and thought I would start putting them there. I'm going to go print some of them later, and I'm going to actually cut them out and put them into my vision board. Keep in mind intentions as well, a little bit different than you know, what we're saying here, and energy flows where intention goes. Waking up with positive intentions. I think these are really, really important items for us to consider. It's interesting because when I look at what is the difference between intention and affirmation, intention is really your mental state, right? Where it's a commitment to carrying out an action. It's something that you are going to do. My intentions are there. And I think manifestation really works well with my intentions, where the affirmations is really about the declaration about something to be true. And that is, you know, being more kind, being grateful. So I hope that helps with the distinction. Again, benefits, once you dream it, the next step is to believe it and to manifest it to come true. Includes words and sentences that can really complete your vision board. And it allows you to express yourself. Again, this is about possibilities. This is about unlimited actions for you. So I think it's really important that we look at it from different aspects. So there is some research that goes behind vision boards, and what I found a really great source was about the 3 different types of vision boards. And this is, I thought, really timely because this might help you determine where you want to focus your energy. So number 1 is, I know exactly what I want, and this is clear about what your desired outcomes, your goals are going to be, and it's going to be right out there. The second is around opening and allowing. I find today is really around how we can open and allow new ways and conversations to help maybe drive me towards what my vision board should be. So I may not be completely sure. I have an idea, but today I really want to explore it. And I think this is where we are today. And then the third typical type of vision board is a themed one. You know, if you were planning on getting married or starting a new business, you can make a vision board just about that new business or your wedding plans. So I think that helps us quantify the different types. There's also categories when it comes to vision board, and I find it's really important that we talk about this because for those who are on the creative side and maybe get too scattered, this may be a good way to help you organize your thoughts and how you're going to display your images. So the 3 categories that I see when it comes to vision boards is, one is around stability, and that is anything that comes to do with your work, financial, independence, success. What does that look like? So, you know, stability, so finances, career. Next is social relationships. So, you know, not so much on the touching side, but really about connecting with family and friends, giving back in your community, volunteer work, you know, your networking goals. Really important that in your vision board, you have that touch point. We can't ignore people. It doesn't matter what you do in life, you still need people to execute on your plan. And then personal, and this is where your health, your fitness, your spiritual, the self-awareness, that personal development. So I like that because when it comes to collecting pictures, sometimes I find I collect pictures so much on one particular category that I forget about some of the others, even though I have goals in them. So maybe just a reminder to maybe bucket some of your actual ideas here. In fact, I did my first round because even though I have my cardboard, it is blank because I'm still not clear on what my word is going to be. I've already started because I read physical. There's still the mental where I want to continue to learn, but then there's the spiritual, which is the mindfulness, and then there's the ongoing development. And then what I did under my stability is I did all my businesses and I put some, you know, like one goal in each of them. So that's going to help me stay focused in the businesses that I run. So I thought, you know, I'd share that with you. But even though I've started to kind of draft a mind map, I now have some clear direction of where I'm going to go. And I'm starting to see a theme, Eileen. So I'm thinking that my focus might be launch. As when I start to look at my business, I'm launching a new website, I'm launching a new mentoring program with Avanti Women. You know, Riverside Retreat is going to launch this year, and I have a new company that I'll be launching as well. So it's interesting how that word came to me through just doing some general mind mapping. So I had a little chuckle to myself as I was sharing with you, oh, it should be focus, and thinking mine might be launch. So again, this is really great. So when you Google vision boards, you're going to see different aspects, different categories, and there's no wrong or right. You do what works for you. Whether you want to group them or have them in a cloud on your vision board, you can do whatever you need to. But make sure that you do have some of those components around fitness and health and wellness and well-being. And then, of course, with the finance, with the wealth, and maybe retirement as a goal for some of you. The one thing that I realized when I went back to look at my vision boards from 2020 is that I didn't have anything on there that was fun. So I'm going to challenge you to make sure that on your vision board, you have a section where something new you want to try, and or something that you're going to do that's going to make you laugh and fill your soul that's going to be fun. So that was a big lesson for me when I went back to my 2020 vision board. I didn't have anything on there that was fun. So I'm going to make sure that's going to be on my 2021. What I did was I found this, and I quite like it, and I like to share this with everybody, is I like templates. As much as I do lots of mind mapping, I thought this was a really good one that might give you some direction on how you want to categorize your vision board. So if you can see it, it really breaks it down nicely around physical, mental, spiritual, financial, what your goals are, what am I doing for the home, the family, things I'm going to try, what are my dreams, and I love the category about stuff I want. So I think that's really important that you do acknowledge kind of what like Lisa did, bought herself a Christmas gift for Christmas, stuff I want, treat yourself, this is what it's all about. So again, the purpose of that is just to kind of give you some ideas. And as I mentioned, things you want to try and have fun, don't forget about that, because that's really what life is all about. So how many of you are the personality type that likes to set goals? Can I get a visual on the hands or use the chat? So 1, looks like 1.5. Use the chat or unmute. Yeah, setting goals. Okay, yeah, so 2.5, that's great, admitting it. So great, we all need to set goals. And so I think with the goals, putting some numbers to it is helpful. So for example, if you want to lose weight, put a number there, because you can come back to say, if I wanted to lose the 20 pounds and at the end of 2021, did I lose the 20 pounds? Because then there's that gratification around the checklist, and did I actually do what I said I was going to do? So I think it's really important that there is a category that talks a little bit of a measurement. Okay, so what this does, the benefits for you, is definitely around a reminder of what the intention is. It is also works at a both subconscious and conscious level when we affirm something in writing. And if we write down that 20, then our goal is to get to the 20 pounds if it's lose weight. So I think it's really important that we do put a little bit of a measurement component. And if you really want to be, by the book, use something called a SMART goal. Are many of you familiar with the method of SMART? So if you've ever worked in a corporate environment, most of your performance goals would have been SMART. If you're an entrepreneur and you've done a SWOT analysis, the bank's going to ask you to do some SMART goals. What I did for those that are not familiar with SMART, and I'm happy to actually do another workshop just on how to set SMART goals. And the premise is that the one goal must be specific as an S, M as in measurable, A as attainable, R is relevant, also known as realistic, and T time bound. So a really great example of a SMART goal would be if I wanted to lose 20 pounds, okay, so if I want to lose 20 pounds by the end of 2021, that's part of my goal. To make it measurable will be by the end of 2021, it will be the 20 pounds. Now the question is, how am I going to do that? In order to make that a SMART goal, I'm going to say, I need to drink, 8 ounces of water 6 times a day. I need to exercise for 20 minutes a day. So I would add that to my SMART goal, and that's what will make it more relevant and attainable. So I hope that helps as a little mini lesson. And again, if you're interested, I'm happy to put this together as another workshop. And that will be very, very helpful. Another tip that I have is an accountability framework. And I don't know if any of you have ever heard of an accountability partner. So you may want to follow up with Lisa or myself in a month to say, hey, how's that vision board? What did you do? How many of you have ever used an accountability partner? Fantastic. And it's very helpful when it comes to mentoring if you're an entrepreneur and you're putting some business goals. I think it's really also important that you journal. That's also going to help with the affirmations and the intentions. So an accountability partner is someone that's going to hold you accountable to making sure you execute on your goals. They also are a great person that you can bounce ideas from. So please take advantage if you've got one, and feel free to reach out to a friend to ask them, hey, can you be my accountability partner to make sure I finish my vision board? So again, today's intention was to make sure that we kind of set the framework so what it looks like for you to start on your vision board. So I really appreciate how Pat had opened up with us to make sure we were able to open our minds. You're going to need some tools such as some scissors, handy dandy scissors. You might need some glue or some tape. Okay, so glue sticks are good, some Scotch tape, that's going to help. I've used a glue gun in the past. I recommend any type of magazines. Oh, by the way, if you subscribe to the Mindfulness Journal, they have the 52-week planner already out. So this really helps as I started to look at it, just kind of set my intentions for 2021. Also, I did pick up some really great magazines out there, The Power of Joy. Don't worry, I still like the schmuck stuff, which is the home stuff, and HDTV, and I think it's really important. And again, this wouldn't be a vision board if my friend Oprah didn't give me a few words that she often comes through with. So I took some of my favorite magazines, and my plan today is to just go through those magazines, and I'm going to just rip out the pictures that call to me, the words, and I'm going to kind of map them out, and then I'm going to start putting them on my board. And the idea in the next couple of days is really to get to my year word, and I will put that underneath my name. You can also use Google Images or Pinterest, and they have print features, so you can print out your images and then also cut them to your board. And what I've done in the past is there's a tool called Wordle. So if there's a bunch of words, so for example, if you're launching a new business and you know that there's a few things that you need to do to start that up, you may want to put those words in a Wordle and then print it off, or even write it out and put that on your vision board. So those are going to be really good tools to just get you going. And that's really what you need: an open mind, some scissors, some tape, a couple of magazines, a printer if you need to, or good marker. Use color, and how you do it, it could be scattered or visual based on your categories. So I think that's going to be really key when it comes to doing a physical board. There are trends where people do digital boards as well. I'm a kinesthetic learner, so I personally like to touch things. And I take it most of you are too, because that's probably why you're here, is to pick up some tips and learn new ways in terms of how to create a vision board that's going to be empowering for you. So I ask you, this is what Riverside Retreat looks like in the summer. Maybe we do one in the middle of the year, who knows? But at this point, I look at the time, and we're very fast approaching our time, and ask if you have any questions at this point, please bring them forward. This is going to be available on our YouTube channel if you missed anything. The PowerPoint will be available as well, so I will PDF that for you because there was just lots of ideas. And I will take any of your questions if you want to chat or unmute. Let's talk about it as a group, as I'd love to hear from you.
Dina, I would just love to say thank you. And I'm so thrilled that you're going to share the presentation with us, because I was like taking little screenshots and notes. I'm like, oh, good. I don't know. I'm just going to have the whole thing, because I can, I'm feeling really inspired. I'm really wanting to incorporate my daughter into this process. And yeah, just make it really, really lovely. And I just feel like you've set a beautiful roadmap for us. Like I'm, you know, I've done vision boarding in other workshops, and I've even facilitated, but this has just brought a new depth of experience and a pathway that goes beyond just, you know, cutting out the nice pictures. I feel like you've given us a really powerful structure that's going to be very meaningful. So thank you.
No, thank you, Lisa. And, you know, keep in mind, if we could do in persons, this would be a 2 or 3 hours where you'd be walking out with an actual vision board. And because of COVID, you know, I think because of our attention spans, let's give you the framework, I'll make it available, and go at it your own pace. So thank you. I also have a comment from Tina. Helpful, what a great start, truly inspired as well. Beautiful pics. Cues to help me remain focused on my goals. So thank you, Tina. And I love that, Lisa, you're going to be doing this with your daughter. I think that is you know, gift in itself, that you can do vision boards together, make your kids' dreams come true. What a great mama. So if you have any other questions, feel free to have them coming or reach out to me directly. What I'd like to do at this point as we wrap up is just to let you know what Avanti Women has in store for 2021. And it will be the year of learning and launching, as I mentioned. We have a new partner, Read It For Me. And what that is their book summaries, and they're impacted into 20-minute little mini modules. We're launching this January 13th. And we will have our mentor, Patricia, walk us through a 3-month series. That's once a month for 1 hour at noon, January 13th, 10th, and March 10th, where we walk through these books that are actually prepared for you and broken down in video or audio. You can download them to your Bluetooth. It's amazing. And it's going to be a great investment for anyone who's interested. So check that out. We're going to be doing another Connect Decks with Lisa B. and Shauna Mayer. And we're going to do a self-love on February the 13th using the Connect Decks to give us some more self-love. We had a huge success with Rest and Realign just before the holidays. And out of demand, we are again going to participate February 13th. And of course, every year Avanti Women has a tea party. Last year, we had our tea party at the Islington Golf and Country Club. We had 125 beautiful women, an amazing panel, and then the next week we were shut down. So we want to relive the International Women's Day. Monday, March the 8th is the official date for International Women's Day. The hashtag this year is Choose to Challenge. So it's a lot on the diversity and inclusion component. And we're going to do a virtual tea party March the 7th, which is a Sunday between 1 and 3. We're just finalizing our speakers now, and stay tuned because, you know, we're known to have some great prizes and some great content and a great way to bring women together. So we've got 3 months worth of content for you. Next year is about leadership. So we are always looking for great speakers or content around leadership. And that's what our focus will be for 2021 on the Avanti side. So thank you everybody for your time. Stay safe. Before we wrap up, I would really love to just have your one word for today's workshop. We will also have an evaluation form we'll send out to you, and the one prize that we'll be giving away to the person that completes the evaluation form will be one of the Read It For Me series. So that is a value of $30 that we're doing. That's $10 a month. So I think that will be worth it. So what word? I've got expensive. Thank you very much, Lisa. So I'm taking one word from all of you.
Inspired.
Thank you so much.
My one word, I don't know if you can hear me, is inspirational.
I did hear you, Angela. Thank you. Inspirational.
Yes. I've been planning the vision board forever. I have so many Bristol boards, colors, and markers in a bag. And every year I say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And I have all these great ideas and it never gets done. But this year, I believe it will be done. And hopefully I'll have the opportunity to show it to you at the end.
I would love to. Yes, please send me your pictures when it's done. And we'll be happy to actually share that. So I've got rejuvenation as well from Tina. Thank you very much. Inspired, inspirational, expansive, and rejuvenation. So thank
And
you.
mine is resonance.
Resonance.
Resonance. And thank you very much. This was awesome.
Thank you for your opening meditation. Hello, I really appreciate that. And ladies, I offer you a wonderful day. Thank you very much. Stay tuned for the evaluation. Hopefully we'll see you at some of our future virtual events. If you have any ideas on how you can participate and contribute to the content that we bring to you, I'm open to hearing what you want, or you may have some ideas. We're very open. So have a fantastic day and thank you for participating. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Happy New Year.
You too. Bye, Angela.
Happy New Year.